Everton Football Club, one of England's most prestigious clubs with over 125 years of top-flight football, are planning to move away from one of the oldest stadiums in England, Goodison Park. New stadiums are becoming a must-have in the world of football, and Everton's is rumoured to be costing in the region of £200 million. Major food supermarket Tesco are also rumoured to be putting up most of the money, meaning the club itself will only have to pay in the region of £50 million. The new stadium will have 3,500 lounge spaces, 50,000 seats for match days, and state-of-the-art facilities for business meetings and events. When asked about the stadium move, Everton's head of public relations, Ian Ross, had this to say.
Goodison Park is the oldest proper football stadium in Europe. It was the first one with 4 stands, first one with floodlights. It's got a series of firsts, which is fantastic, but it's too old and it's no longer fit for purpose. I love Goodison Park. I've always loved Goodison Park, and I think anybody who supports this football club or who works for the football club has got a great affinity with this building. As I said, it's dropping to pieces, it's old, it's decrepit, the facilities for the staff are awful, never mind the supporters, they're awful for the staff, but everybody loves it. It's there's no better place to watch football than Goodison Park, for a night match, for example, when it's full. It's fantastic. Bill Kenwright, the chairman, would love to stay here, but the cost of redeveloping Goodison is enormous. It would cost us as much to redevelop Goodison as it would to build a new stadium. And as I've said previously, we can't afford to do that on our own. Yeah. We can't get a retail partner here because there's no room. We'd have to extend the footprint of the ground. If we were to redevelop Goodison now, on the current site, we could only get a ground that held 35,000. So it defeats the object. We need 50,000 to get more people, to get more money, to get better players. We made it clear that we would prefer to stay in Liverpool. And I agree with that. I would, and Bill Kenwright would, and the board would. Yeah. But at the moment, the only game in town is the Destination Kirby project. So, in many ways, I can see that the plus points and the virtues are going to Kirby. It's a good scheme. It's affordable for us, and long term, you throw yourself forward 10, 20 years, it'll probably be great. At the moment, there's that tinge with regret if we do go that A, we're leaving Goodison, B, we're leaving Liverpool. So, personally, I would prefer to stay at Goodison Park, but I know, because I work here, and I do this for a job, I've been through all the figures, I've met all the people, and I know we can't do that at the moment.
When asked if the move would be good for Everton Football Club, the fans had split opinions.
Well, if it brings in money and more support and stuff like that, better revenue, then I think it would be a good idea. As if moving outside the city, though, I'm not too sure about that.
Basically, I think the city's big enough for 2 clubs. But obviously Everton have decided in their own interest that they're probably better off moving out of the city. As a Liverpool fan, all I can say is I wish them all the luck if they do move. Because at the end of the day, it can't accommodate both clubs, the city, but for some reason Everton have decided they want to move, and I say good luck to them.
The stadium discussion has now gone to a public inquiry, which has left the club, the manager, the players and the supporters unsure about the future of Goodison Park.